Yep. Mm-hmm. You can also spare me your prejudice. And this is going to be a point of contention later on. Now, listen to this. Check this out. Look at it from this point of view. Aldwolf tells us all kinds of awkward and uncomfortably personal stories about his private life. Tells us all about him and his partner. He makes the appeal to authority, the appeal to feelings. Here, let me compare this video game situation to a real life scenario. So Dr. Dro's talking about the country that he lives in, the amount of quote unquote POCs, people of color versus, white people. And that's a good point. If you feel offended by that, well, rest assured somebody else will if you don't. Good points by Dr. Dro. Guy's got a good head on his shoulders. I might have to send him a friend request. Me and him might have to get to talkulating. Give this craptastic post from Stiff a read. Let's see, that's 90. This is 91. Okay, next page. Zeph, these past two threads are so controversial. I manually opened up threads for each additional page because I didn't know if the topic was going to get banned or not. And then me switch to another page, and it's like, oh, I'm back at the front. I'm back at the general discussions. I'm like, I was in my topic, and I back up, and it's like, oh, the topic's gone. It's been deleted. Now take note. Zeph Nolly's saying, yeah, I'm just going to block that guy along with a few others. He says he's going to block him, Dr. Dro, and a few others, which should stop arguing and controversy. I don't have a problem with that. You know what? That's what you're supposed to do. If you don't like somebody on the forum, you're supposed to just ignore them. But here's the thing. When you ignore somebody and they post, instead of whatever their post says, it's just one thin line that says blocked. So they still post. You still see a post. You see a censor. It's kind of like a spoiler text. You have to mouse over it to see what it says. So when you get a new notification for a post in the comment and it says blocked, it's like, well, shit, what's the point in blocking them if I still see when they're posting? If anything, you might be curious, or you might not even remember. You might automatically click on it, or somebody might quote them. Thus, you see them anyway. But really, that's what you're supposed to do. Mute them. Block them. But he's got a big old hot take. I'm not going to repeat it. I'm awfully tired. Dr. Dro replies to what Stiv said. Big chunk of text. And remember, this is going back to Dr. Dro bringing up a real life scenario, speaking of his own experience, but then he gets shot down and attacked by others. Yet, when Aldwolf and people on the left do the same exact thing, that they're expected that, wow, I have strengthened my argument. You have nothing else to say to me. I brought up a real life scenario. I win. Someone on our side brings it up. Ooh, we can't have that. A little bit of a childish response, but hey, who hasn't been childish, right? Good things were said. Stiv's response. Now remember, Stiv said he was going to block Dr. Dro. Well, clearly he hasn't. And according to Stiv, not a single word that Dr. Dro said makes sense. Amazing how you completely deviated from what you said before. You're either pretty stupid or just... Now, you see how he put a period instead of an I? He's trying to avoid the automated... He's trying to avoid Steam's automated detection system that detects it when people say no, bad words. So Stiv is trying to circumvent Steam's terms of service and rules enforcement. Why don't you give Steam a helping hand? Go to the topic concern for the community. Go to comment number 93. And give this bitch a gentle. No, don't be mean. Don't give him a mean report. Just give him a gentle report. Give him a report, and in the box, be like, he called somebody stupid. He hurt somebody's feelings. He's not even talking. I saw him calling somebody else stupid, and I got upset for them. He's being mean. Literally, put it as simple and childish as that. He's being mean and calling people stupid, because that's against the rules. Everybody should know better. And we have to start doing this, because, I mean, when you're sitting there in your house and you're not doing anything, you're not bothering no one, and people start breaking into your house and taking your shit and leaving, that's going to be a daily occurrence. At some point, you're going to run out of shit. You're going to have to do something about it. You know, you're going to have to fight back. So if one side of us, if one part of us, you know, one group, we're going to get punished for saying things that 5-10 years ago weren't even an issue, but all of a sudden this word that's not an issue is suddenly hate speech, we have to play the game. We have to start hitting them with their own rhetoric. We have to start holding them to the standards they hold us to. And there is a lot of back and forth between Dro and Stiv. That's a lot of conversation to be having with someone that I'm going to block this person, but you clearly didn't. So you're clearly arguing. You're going off topic. This whole topic is off topic. It's a topic about the community. The whole thing is, it's bait. This thread shouldn't exist. Widest line ever. That's racist. Racism doesn't exist, said the white guy. Are you sure it wouldn't be personally I am white? Snip. Followed by other statements giving off the typical savior complex of a lot of the woke types espouse. Oh boy. Whew. I got to tell you something, and I will admit, there's a lot of racist white people out there, but it's not the kind of racist white guy that you're thinking about that, that's racist in the way that's being purported is like, no, you've got secret, closeted, white savior complex white racists. Oh, black people can't do nothing on their own. They need me to speak up for them, getting offended on other people's behalves. You're so generous. Pause and read and pause and read. A whole bunch of arguing. Just now getting in comment 100. All right, we're getting some more different. We're getting more varied replies. This is a good one here. Lobstersaurus. That sounds absolutely fucking terrifying. I never want to come across a Lobstersaurus ever at any point. But you know how Oddwolf wants to, here's my personal experience. My disabled partner doesn't have a problem with it, so everyone else that does is racist. Well, here's someone that brings up their personal appeal to authority, their personal appeal to feelings. Here's my real life story, and I can't understand it. Got a whole bunch of replies. I think you're mistaken the threads, but I kind of agree. This is concern for the community. This isn't the PD. Man, the fucking forums are fucking crazy, man. Shit's out of control. It's like they fired everyone with a clue about how to make it. If you don't like it, don't play it. I'm sorry, it's in early access. We're allowed to critique the game. Fago. Sorry. Oh, what a pile of shit. All you're doing is ruining the community for people who do enjoy the game. Wipe your bleeding vagina. Alrighty, speaking of the Indian PDA, let me go ahead and end this video series. This will be it for this thread for now. Let's get into that PDA shit that won't stop.